live book reading of Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. Learn the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures great and small. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Neville Riley. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the readers. Hi, it's Heart Love. We now pick up at page 239. This is the beginning of chapter 13. Yes. Yes. All right. The Dictionary of Animal Totems. Oh, this is so good. So good. We did it. All right. We are here. Peace. Hi, it's Heart Love Coco. Thank you so much for being here. We're doing it. We are in 13. All right. The Dictionary of Animal Totems. We're going to take our time with this one as well, just like we did with the Dictionary of Bird Totems. And go right through. Thank you so much. Yes, animal totems. I know. This is the major one right here. That's what I was saying. I wanted to be right for this, right? I really did. All right. Here we go. Page 239. Dictionary of Animal Totems. It is important when you begin to examine your animal totems to relate to them from an entirely different perspective. You will actually begin to develop a kind of empathy towards them. You will no longer simply observe nature objectively. You will become involved once more with all aspects of it. You are drawn in. Books may describe the qualities and characteristics of the animal, but only by working with it and applying it to your own self and your own life can you develop a relationship with it. You cannot help but be connected with environmental and social ethics involving nature and animals. You will develop both passion and compassion for all aspects of nature. You will feel what nature feels. The numbness that modern society has helped to foster in regard to nature fades. Empathy is the tangible sense of our interconnectedness. When we feel what another person feels, and when we understand that Earth is a living organism whose parts also have an awareness, even though different from our own, we want to help because we share that emotional experience. Just as with birds, begin the process by asking yourself basic questions concerning your animal. For all those taking notes, here we go. What is its color? What is its size? What is its shape? Top of page 240. How does it behave? Where is it from? And what direction is that to you? This is very key. Very key. In what direction is that to you in respective to where you are located, okay? when it is most often seen? What kind of home does it make? What kind of sounds does it make? What is its favorite food or prey? What feeds or preys on it? How does it adapt to seasonal changes? When does it usually mate? What are its survival adaptations? Peace. Hi, it's Heart Love Blake. Peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you for reading books. All the book reading community. We are now in the 13th chapter of Animal Speak by the great master Ted Andrews. The spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small, learn the language of the animals. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Coco. All right. So those were the questions. We're in 240. All right. Here we go. Some may find it easier to begin by examining the most significant feature of the animal. Does it have sharp claws or great strength? Are there sharp teeth or skillful intelligence? Focus first on its most outstanding feature and then move to other aspects. That which most strikes you first about the animal will be most important. For example, horns and antlers may be the first thing you notice about an animal. They have long been a symbol of strength and power. Horns are permanent growths, while antlers are shed each year and new ones then grow again. Both reflect an antennae kind of connection to that which is above the head. In some animals, it bestows beauty and indicates maturity. A singular horn was often used to symbolize the masculine or solar aspects, while doubles reflected the feminine and lunar energies of life. Why? We have one, right? That's a masculine. Two is feminine, right? Zero or O is feminine in nature. We learn this through sacred geometry and sacred math. There is no possible way of all animals could be covered in the following dictionary. It focuses primarily on mammals from the North American continent, but there are mammals from other continents included. Even if you have lived your entire life in this country, it is possible to have a totem from another country. This may reflect past life connections. It may also help reflect that we are connected to the entire earth and not just our continent. The world is smaller today in that we have the influence of all societies. We speak of the United States as being a melting pot. This holds true for spirit totems as well. You may wish to also study about mammals in general. It may provide some insight. Mammals are our closest relations among animals. What distinguishes mammals from other animals is the mammals breathe air and they give birth to live young. They are not hatched. Mammals are the only animals that produce milk and suckle their young. Only mammals grow hair or fur. They are also all warm blooded. There are roughly 4,300 species of mammals in the world and over 400 on this continent alone. There are 12 orders of mammals, ranging in size from the tiny shrew to the great whale. They are found both in the wild and in cities. Each group has its own characteristics, and a study of them will help you to understand more about this animal's influence in your own life. Yes. Study the animal's living environment. If it is an animal found within urban areas, what does it need to survive and live close to people? If it is found in the wild, what does it need to survive there? Remember that every species has value. One is no more magical or more powerful from a spiritual perspective than another. They all serve a vital role. Every animal has its own magic, no less essential to our own lives and the life of the earth. This dictionary will give you a starting point. Do not limit the study of your totems to it and it alone. It is sketchy. You may even find that the interpretations of animals and their behaviors from a mystical point of view may differ from your own. This is fine. Each must relate to the animal in his or her own unique way. Establish your own relationships. Only then will the essence and the magic of the animals come to life for you. I just want to add something really quick onto that. When we're doing this type of work and any type of spiritual work, right? It's important. The lesson is always that, are we being honest with ourselves? Yes. Or are we making up things in our head? See, because spirit never lies. So when something shows up, if we honored it, we know our spirit energy knows if we honored it or not. Regardless of if we tell someone that we do. That's how it is. There's no skipping levels spiritually. All right, here we go. 241. Antelope. Yes, we're doing it. All right, let's begin here. Antelope and A. Pronghorn. Keynote: speed and adaptability of the mind. Spring and autumn is its cycle of power. The pronghorn is the only antelope native to North America, but it is not a true antelope in that it does not shed its antlers, as is common among all antelopes. As with all horned and antlered animals, it reflects a connection to the brow and crown chakra and all aspects of mental ability. In the case of the pronghorn, it reflects a mental agility and quick wittedness that will enable it to survive in the most difficult of environments. The antelope is usually specialized for living within different environments: deserts, grasslands, thickets, or even swamps. They have a thick hide, sometimes an inch thick, which helps protect them from the environment. The thick tubular hairs have a large air cells which serve as an insulation during the winter. This insulating factor is partly what enables them to survive. For anyone with an antelope totem, There may either be a need to insulate oneself or a need to come out of hiding. The pronghorn can show how best to work with your insulation and help you develop a new sense of timing in relation to it. It is not unusual for someone who is very emotional or empathetic to have the antelope show up at times as a totem. All antelopes have great speed. They can run at speeds up to 60 miles per hour. Even baby fawns can run around 25 miles per hour in the first day or so. Those with an antelope totem have always had extremely quick wits. The ability to communicate those thoughts is part of what the pronghorn can teach. Pronghorns have a dynamic ability to communicate with others and they have a great curiosity. Children with pronghorn totems are often those who drive parents nuts with continual questions. Their minds and imaginations are always active. A pronghorn will signal danger to others by raising the white patch on its rump. Most pronghorns depend mostly on their sense of sight. They have large eyes and a wide angle of vision. They have 8 times the vision of humans. So the moment the white patch flashes, they do see it, even from a great distance. This ability to see at a distance can be developed into a heightened psychic ability for prediction. This is further reflected with the branched set of horns, giving the antelope totem the ability to awaken your own higher psychic antenna. Clairvoyance is part of what it can teach. Most individuals with a pronghorn totem are intrinsically psychic. They came in with the lights on, although they don't always realize it. They can usually sense imminent danger, and as long as they pay attention to it, they will seem to lead charmed lives, always just avoiding the catastrophes that seem to befall those around them. Pronghorns also have a strong sense of smell. At the first sign of danger, a strong musk scent is also released. This totem can teach people how to know when people and situations don't quite smell right. In traditional spiritualism, when mm, let me read that again. This totem can teach people how to know when people and situations don't quite smell right. In traditional spiritualism, there is a form of mediumship known as clairgustus or clair smelling. Some mediums and psychic pick up fragrances of spirits or around individuals and interpret them. This is an ability that this totem can help awaken. It is not unusual for those with this totem to encounter strange fragrances throughout the day from unidentifiable, unidentifiable sources. Usually, when this begins to awaken, it begins with the aroma of musk. Musk is a fragrance that can be meditated with you to help facilitate connecting with this totem. Pronghorn males often have harems. The females usually have twins, and they give birth to them in different spots. It is not unusual for those with this totem to find that their energies are divided come spring. Two avenues of activity usually open up. They each will be distinct and different, even though there may be connections or they may have opened up at the same time from the same source. It is always a good idea to look for new opportunities about to surface in your life when the pronghorn shows up. For the protection of the fawns, the mother stays away from them after giving birth, except to nurse. The fawns are born with practically no scent. So, as long as the mother does not leave hers, they will be safer. This implies several things. First, the opportunities that are about to open will not need a great deal of attention. Second, it indicates an ability for the new opportunities to grow quickly with just a little nurturing. The pronghorn feeds on shrubs and sagebrush. It can actually go for months or even a lifetime without drinking water. It has the ability to get water from the plants it eats. This reflects that the pronghorn can teach you how to replenish yourself in whatever environment you live. It can teach you how to use your adaptive ability to find life in areas not normally considered livable. It can help you extract the life essence out of the most parched life experiences and develop a new mental perspective and attitude toward them so that you can move quickly into the new areas of your life. That concludes Antelope Pronghorn. Let's keep going, shall we? Next, Armadillo. Who has an armadillo totem? Awesome! Armadillo is all things absolutely true. Ashe. Thank you so much, Coco Ella Shun. Highest Heartland. Yes. Antelope medicine, right? For the people. That was so good. They have a strong sense of smell, powerful information, the olfactory sense, right? And that also, the smell and being able to identify different smells is one of the major things that helps us bring out the light in those smells and scents, right? We can identify it. All right, here we go. Armadillo. Key note: personal protection, discrimination, and empathy. We need this. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So greatest. Right? Oh my goodness. Cycle of power. Thank you all to this corner of YouTube. Thank you for coming through. This corner of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. This is Master Ted Andrews, Animal Speak, learning the language of the animals. Here we go. Armadillo medicine. Cycle of power, year round. Armadillo is Spanish for little armored one. It is a burrowing animal whose armor is the shield it carries on its back. The armor is comprised of overlapping bony plates covered with horns. The undersides are ordinary hide and are its most vulnerable area. The armadillo and those with it as a totem are most vulnerable when they expose their undersides or inner workings. Armadillo teaches how to protect itself and protect yourself, when to let your defenses down. The armadillo is actually a member of the sloth family. Oh, yeah, we got a commercial. Commercial, commercial. This is peaceful. The armadillo is actually a member of the sloth family. Thank you so much. It has no canine teeth or incisors, but it does have 80 or more molars that never stop growing. It lives in burrows that are really multi chambered dens. These dens can be as much as 5 feet below the ground. Its claws are excellent for digging, reflecting an ability to dig through the surface of things to see what is beneath. The armadillo teaches discrimination. Let's speaking of that. This is so awesome. I'm here for y'all. That's why I'm here, giving y'all. I'm giving y'all all the light. Come on, let's do it. All the light and love. Yes. We got it. We have to. You know, when we can give that peace, we can share it, our light becomes stronger. You know, to everyone around us. I call it spiritual osmosis. Let's go. That's what peace does. All animals with armor of any kind have connections to the European knights of medieval lore. The armadillo can be a past life link specifically to the 16th century Spanish conquistadors, probably best known for the conquering of Mexico and Peru. Chivalry, strength, and protection were often the ideal qualities to be developed by the European knights. This is reflected in the fact that the armadillo's best defense is a strong defense. The earlier armor was often heavy and made it awkward to move in spite of the protection. The armadillo teaches how to carry your protection with you. Yes. And how to use it only when it's necessary. They have an ability to protect without causing undue harm to others. The armadillo can reflect past life connections to the knights, or the need to develop the same qualities and characteristics that the knights possessed. The armadillo links those with it as a totem to other animals, including those which prey upon it, and these should be examined as well. The armadillo is often preyed upon by big cats and coyotes. They will often flip them over to expose their underside. The armadillo also will sometimes bask in the sun during cold periods. They tend to fall asleep at such times, on their backs and with their undersides exposed. They are thus more vulnerable. Along health lines, the armadillo teaches those with this totem to be extra cautious. cautious in dress and covering during times of cold, and there will be a greater susceptibility to illness. Again, there is the issue of protecting against exposure to certain climates. The spotted skunk and the burrowing owl benefit from the armadillo. Both will make their homes in abandoned armadillo dens. It is not unusual to find that an individual with an armadillo totem will have friends who have skunk and owl totems also. There is a positive relationship. There is a positive relationship. The Aztecs called the armadillo rabbit turtle. The qualities of both are somewhat embodied by the armadillo, especially in its appearance. An armadillo has a totem can also reflect a past life connection to the ancient Aztecs. The primary diet of armadillos is invertebrate insects. In one summer, it can consume 200 pounds of insects. Ants and earthworms are a large part of its diet, and the qualities of them should be studied as well. When threatened, the armadillo will roll itself up into a ball, covering all its vulnerable areas. If an armadillo has strolled into your life, you should be asking yourself some questions. Are you not protecting yourself as you should? Are others around you needing protection? Are you being too sensitive and protecting yourself from attacks that are not there? Are you imagining attacks or being too sensitive to the energies of others? The armadillo has a tremendously powerful sense of smell. It can smell insects 6 inches underground. This strong sense of smell has ties to higher forms of discrimination and psychological stimulations. Anyone with the armadillo as a totem would do well to work with aromatherapy and the development of their own sense of smell. Do things just not smell right? Do people or situations smell fishy? Learning to trust what you smell is part of what the armadillo can teach. The sense of smell also has ties to sexual energies. It is a strong stimulant to the sex drive. The armadillos only pair for mating, and then they go on their way. The usual gestation period is around 8 to 9 months, just as with humans. Unlike humans, though, if distressed, the armadillo can delay giving birth for up to 2.5 years. This reflects much about the energy that comes with an armadillo totem. It usually signals that the opportunity for a new birth is coming within the next 8 to 9 months. It will be important, though, not to roll ourselves up and hide from the opportunity for fear we may be vulnerable. Yes. On the other hand, if we are too worried and stressed to act upon the opportunity, its movement can be delayed for up to 2 years or more. Armadillo can show you how to adjust your rhythms so that what you wish to create will occur at its safest time. The armadillo can move fast if it needs to. It is also a good swimmer. It will swallow air and inflate its intestines until they are able to float. Other times they will hold their breath and walk on the bottom of streams and other natural water sources. They can hold their breath for up to 6 minutes. This and their ability to dig reflects an ability of the armadillo to teach you how to move from one dimension to another. It can teach you how to move through all elements. Yes. This can be linked to specific forms of mediumship in which the individual is able to move consciously into new dimensions and stay protected all the while. It hints of an ability to explore and walk the threads of life and death and work with the spirits of the dead. It also hints of the ability to explore the emotional sides not often exposed, even through individuals with this totem, even though individuals with this totem may be reluctant to do so. If in the position, they can explore many emotional and mundane aspects of themselves. They often try to keep these more sensitive aspects of themselves protected and hidden. It will be important for those with this totem to learn when to expose these more subtle sides and when to cover them up. This is part of what the armadillo teaches. Oftentimes, individuals who are extremely empathetic will have an armadillo as a totem. An empathetic individual's body will become a barometer for whatever is experienced. If around someone with an ache or pain, empaths will experience it within their own body as if it is their own ache or pain. This can lead to an actual manifestation of the problem. Empathetic individuals are very susceptible to outside influences, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. This heightened sensitivity needs to be controlled and balanced. Armadillo can teach you how to do this or show you how to help others in this position. That concludes Armadillo. Should we do one more? I see the hearts bubbling. Thank you so much, Coco. Oh, his heart love. Oh, you family. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Okay, one more. One more. Honor and love. Thank you so much. Page 245, guys. All those and for everyone in the beloved replays and playlist, we are at ass. Woo! Ass. A-S-S. Yes. Last one we'll do today. Thank you so much. Armadillo medicine, right? Coco, Elshun. Thank you so much. Ass. Keynote. Wisdom. And humility. I love those words. Let's get cycle of power. Year round, just like the armadillo. Although most people associate the ass with negative qualities, it has not always had this association. As with many animals, it has a mixed significance throughout the ages. It has been associated with the planet Saturn in astrology, probably because Saturn is the strict teacher. It makes sure we learn our lessons. Thus, we have threads of the ass's association with stubbornness. In Chaldea, the goddess of death was pictured on an ass. Thus, it was also a symbol of death and, of course, the life after. Its image has been found in the Palatine in mock crucifix, in which Jesus was depicted with the head of an ass. It was also found in medieval emblems and art as a symbol of patience and humility. In Christian Gnosticism, it is aligned with the mysteries associated with the triumphal entry into Jerusalem, or that point in New Testament scripture where no we now associate with Palm Sunday. In the scripture, Jesus is depicted riding upon a white ass as palm leaves are waved in celebration. This kind of processional is symbolic of the path of the candidate who is victorious and transfiguring his or her life. It represents the outer recognition that comes to those who express the higher inner potentials. The white ass is symbolic of the awakened soul, wisdom, and the palms are the symbols of the victorious attainment. If an ass is a totem for you, you should be asking yourself some basic questions. Are you expressing your own wisdom or following the wisdom of others? Are you displaying the appropriate humility for what you have accomplished? Are others around you doing so? Are you recognizing the and acknowledging what you have accomplished so far on your life path? Are others around you not recognizing or acknowledging their own accomplishments appropriately? This ass is the promise of awakening wisdom and the approach of new opportunities of even greater work. Don't be stubborn and refuse to move with the flow. Don't hold on only to what you have done to this point. Remember that it is not the goal, but the path to the goal. Do not become content. Hmm. Do not become content and complacent, for the ass promises even higher wisdom and greater opportunities. There we go. Highest heart level. That concludes ass. Page 246, guys. Whoa, pause right here. Page 246. Highest heart love. Made it to the Dictionary of Animal Totems by Ted Andrews, Animal Speak, Chapter 13. Learn the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures great and small. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Uriel Neville Riley, reading to the people, playing my part. Thank you for playing your part, being here, reading with us, and reading books, period. Oh, man. So good, right? So, oh my goodness. Coco El Oshun. Coco El Oshun. Thank you so much. Oh, highest heart, love, and honor. Thankful for you, Uriel. Thank you so much, Uriel. Profound. We did it again, live from the light. Came at a different time, you know. I just be wishing the best for us. And it's whenever I can get some peace and I'm not working or, doing something, I can get ready to go handle some business now. Wherever you are in the world, send the love. Yes. I love, love, love you, you, you. Thank you so much for the heart. So much love. Highest heart love. Thank you. Happy Thursday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I was thinking about it tonight, man. We're going to go to a beautiful white cloud. You know, just mellow it all out, clear everything out. Summer cleaning with the summer love. I'm here for it. Yeah. Thank you for reading books. Hey, 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 much love. We doing it. I'll see you soon, all right? Peace.